Welcome everyone to Saturday night. And Saturday nights are right for fighting. It's time for the garage. Let's go. Wrong one.
Tell me what's my age. Tell me what's my occupation. Tell me what's my race. Tell me is it with inflation. Tell me what's my age. Tell me what's my race. Tell me all my sexual distaste. Tell me what you need. Tell me how you feel. And tell me all your information.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to your October 28th, 2023 edition of The Garage, also known as Collision After Dark. I am the effing expert, Mr. Isaacs.
And I am the patron saint of professional wrestling. I'm that gingered up, bubbly son of a bitch. I'm Cannon effing dry, baby.
And guys, you know, on every Saturday night, we have the best threesome you're ever going to find on YouTube. And we've got this gentleman down below with the excellent hair, a Marine, just a top-notch guy all around. Go ahead and introduce yourself, sir.
Good evening, gentlemen. I am the effing Golden Graham, also known as GM Joe. How are we doing tonight, guys?
We are doing really good. Like, we appreciate that you always bring the best lube.
Yeah, I do what I can.
And he's got, well, we know he's got the professional like camera and lighting and stuff back there. We know that. So
Yep.
And he's always got the halos up.
Halos up, baby.
Up.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, we got a couple people in the chat. Looks like we got Noob here. Shout out to Noob. And we
What's
got Caleb.
What
What's
is
up,
up,
Noob and
Caleb? What
Caleb,
is
good
up,
to see
Noob?
you as
Hello to you
always,
both.
Noob. Good to see
Thanks
you.
for
as
pointing that out.
always. Yes. And we're here to talk about Collision, guys. But, you know, a couple things that we'll kind of mention briefly first. Sad bit of television news tonight. Actor Matthew Perry passed away. Very shocking. This is something that just came out a couple hours ago. All reports seem to indicate that he had some form of cardiac arrest and ended up drowning in his jacuzzi. So,
Yes.
man, rest in peace to him. I know a lot of people are, you know, comedy snobs don't like Friends, but you can't deny it's one of the most iconic shows that's been on television.
Yeah, it's still on TV and syndication. I mean,
Yeah.
Friends is such a good show. It makes Matthew Perry's career.
Yeah,
absolutely.
absolutely. Yeah. I mean, it's just so iconic. Like,
The whole 9 yards. He was good in that too.
yeah. I mean, he did several things outside of Friends as well. Obviously, Friends is what he's most known for. Friends is just one of those shows that it just resonates in American pop culture because, you know, you could say pivot or we were on a break and like everybody knows what you're talking about if they've
Or
ever
you
seen
say,
the show.
Could Collision be any better?
Right. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. So, you know, rest in peace, Matthew Perry. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and move on from there to match number 1, gentlemen. Jay White versus AR Fox. Sans Candy. She wasn't anywhere to be found this evening, but
No, Candy was not around.
It is literally 3 days for Halloween. You think candy would be easy to find right now?
You know, it'd be
absolutely.
funny if they had someone dressed up like a lollipop and just says Candy Raider
Gotta be a candy corn.
walking into the ring.
Anyways, this was a damn good match. It was a pretty hot opener. I thought Fox looked amazing here. The crowd started chanting, "This is awesome." I thought this was a very impressive showing. I was kind of expecting it to be a little bit of a squish match. It totally wasn't. It was a competitive match that the fans were really hot and really into. Golden Graham, I'll start with you. What did you think of the opening match?
Oh, I thought it was great. At first, I was like, why is AR Fox in a match with the world champ? But when they said it's his hometown, then it made all the sense in the world. He looked
He's not
like,
the world champ though.
Yeah.
that's why I said world champ.
Of course.
But
Sorry, I
yeah,
missed
like,
the quotations. I was checking the hockey score.
oh yeah, gotcha. No, yes, but like he looked amazing in this match. Like he looked real good. Like I enjoyed it. It kept my attention. And of course, as usual, Bang Bang Gang, they're just hilarious. Jay White is phenomenal as usual. So
Yeah. Canada F and Dry, what'd you think?
Yeah, I was like, they really highlighted him for this match. I guess he's out of the doghouse now.
Yeah, I would think so.
For his whole oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, I can't travel out of America.
Yeah.
Tony Khan doesn't strike me as the kind of guy to hold a grudge. So
I don't know about that.
I don't know, man. He gets a little emotional.
maybe he does, but I just don't.
I think he's the type that if you screw him over, you're gonna be relegated for a bit.
I think
And he
gets a
was.
bit
We haven't
emotional.
seen him in like 2 months.
Yeah, exactly. Like, remember Brian Cage used to be on TV like as a main event player, and then his wife said something, and then it's like he's still climbing out of that hole.
Yeah, definitely. Canada Dry, did you give your
Oh, I
comments
didn't
on
really
that?
say much. Yeah, it was a good match. What can you say? Like, AR Fox is very talented, and you know, he's kind of the perfect opponent for Jay White to kind of make him look good.
Yeah.
In this match, and as well as later on, there are a lot of like picture perfect, like almost 3 counts tonight that really had me jump out of my seat thinking, oh man, was that a 3? Like there was a lot of good near falls tonight.
Mark, no, just kidding.
Hey, I'm a fan of wrestling.
No, I'm
Yeah.
kidding. I'm kidding, of course.
I mean, there was a really good one. Yeah, in this match, there was a really good one, and the crowd seemed to legitimately think AR Fox might get the pin. Yeah, damn good match.
Now, do we want to talk about the boxing match that was on tonight?
Yeah, we could do that. So tonight in Saudi Arabia, of all places, and Riyadh, which, by the way, did you guys see the images of Vince McMahon with a cane and Undertaker there?
Yep.
Not with Kane and Undertaker, but using
Kane.
a walking cane. with
There,
Undertaker.
there was another picture that was from Saudi Arabia. It was Vince McMahon, Mike Tyson, and Eminem. And the caption was like the 3 most controversial people of the 90s.
Basically, yeah. That's just such a strange sight to behold. But anyways, the one of the heavyweight champions in boxing, Tyson Fury, who of course, we've seen him in WWE before. So, wrestling fans should at least know who he is, even if you don't know anything about boxing. Had a boxing match in a debuting Francis Ngannou, who has never been a professional boxer.
Yep.
He's the former UFC heavyweight champion of the world.
Like,
And
he was like the most at the time dominant UFC heavyweight champion, and they just let him walk.
yeah, they let him walk. He wasn't a great wrestler, but he had hands of steel.
Yeah,
And when he
punches like a
clubbed you-
Mack truck.
Yeah, you went out when he clubbed you, period. So everybody kind of thought, Fury is going to be way better than him from a technical boxing perspective in every way. But Ngannou has that quote unquote puncher's chance. You know, we all kind of said the same thing, or at least those of us who watch fights said the same thing about Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather. You know, I thought that Mayweather is obviously going to outclass him from a technical perspective, but he might be able to land that one solid straight left hook, straight left shot. Straight left hook's kind of a anomaly there.
Oxymoron.
A straight shot.
Who dominated this match tonight?
It wasn't a domination. It was kind of 50-50.
Which is indicative of the result of the match.
Yeah. So for anybody who, you know, this is a spoiler alert. If you're wanting to go back and watch it, you know, silence me for a few seconds here. Yes. But this was a unanimous decision victory for Tyson Fury.
It was split.
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant to say split decision. My bad. Split decision victory. One judge said it was for Ngannou, and the other two said it was for Fury, but it was like a razor thin margin. I think, and I didn't see the whole thing. I just saw parts of it. I think Fury had the more technical boxing, as everybody figured, but Ngannou threw a lot more power punches, and Ngannou put him on his ass once. He hit him with a hook shot in, I think, round 4 and knocked him down, which is huge.
So apparently some people weren't pleased with the split decision.
Yeah, some people think Ngannou won the match.
Some people think Ngannou won. So I would highly suspect there's probably going to be a rematch down the road because of this.
Well, Fury also, I think Fury has a big match coming up.
Yeah, he does. He's what's the guy's name?
Usyk or something like that.
Yeah, Alexander Alex or something. I don't know how you pronounce his last name. It's spelled like Alex, but he's the other heavyweight champion of the world. So, you know, boxing has
a unification match.
Yeah, they have like 3 or 4 different sanctioning bodies, right? So they all have different belts.
WBO, WBA, IBF,
and WBC.
Yeah, there's just too many of them.
Fury, I think, is the WBC champion, and I think this Alex guy has the rest of the titles, if I'm not mistaken.
The rest of them.
Yeah, I mean, like literally, he has the rest of them. Fury just has one of them. They get split up for various reasons, but I mean, it'll be a unification fight for the heavyweight championship.
They get split up because, like, the WBO be like, "Oh, he's the number 1 contender," but the IBF be like, "No, he's the number 1 contender." Yep. So they strip one guy if he fights one, but not the other.
Yep, that's what happens. Yeah, so the titles
it's nothing but politics and boxing.
Politics and boxing? Are you sure they go together? Of course they do.
I mean, not in a good way, but yeah.
Do you guys have any thoughts on the boxing fight tonight? Golden Graham, what do you think?
I find it funny. Like, we were talking about this before we went on the air. Like, there's only been one other person to knock down Fury.
Yeah.
So for Ngannou in his first professional boxing match, and I don't want to hear, "Oh, he's a fighter," because MMA is a totally different world than boxing.
Mm-hmm.
It's impressive that he was able to knock down Tyson Fury.
Absolutely.
Now, do you think you get you have less work to do in boxing than you do in UFC?
I don't think it's less. I think it's different.
Yeah, it's. I think the output, both training wise and in the ring, is the same. It's just
but
do you
fight less though if you're the world champion of boxing versus the world champion of UFC?
No, it's about the same.
No, I think they're about the same. Once every 6 to 9 months, probably.
Yeah, it's about roughly the same. Yeah, but
I mean, like Roman Reigns.
I was like, they defended more than Roman Reigns. So,
at this point,
well,
his last defense was
it's been 3 months. No, my WrestleMania, right? Yeah, he hasn't defended since Mania.
No, he had a match with Rey Mysterio at a house show.
That doesn't count, though.
Still counts
at a house show.
Doesn't matter. Like, a defense is a defense.
That is true. And the only time that Fury got knocked down was when he fought. Of course, he had a trilogy with Deontay Wilder, who is a former world heavyweight champion. And Wilder put him down with a hook shot, and he
almost that Fury should fight Braun Strowman.
Didn't they already have a match?
They had a match. Yeah.
I think that's why he's saying that.
But anyways, getting back to Collision, which is why we're all here.
Well, we're gonna have these side quests here and there, right?
Hey, I can talk about this boxing fight and MMA all night long. Trust me, I'm a super fan of that too. So, but we had the Acclaimed promo here. God, Caster apparently sent pictures to a fake MJF profile. Basically, is what I got out of this.
They got
Um,
catfished.
God bless. I hate this so bad. I hate
can't wait
this
till
so
it's over.
bad.
Someone's catfishing as MJF.
Shocker.
Canada, do you like this?
Have you seen the Catfish movie?
Yes.
No, I've watched
You've
the
never
show.
seen the Catfish movie?
I've watched the show on like.
You got to
MTV.
watch the movie. The movie started everything.
Yeah, the movie is about what happened to him,
Yeah.
and then the show is like him going and
The show doesn't do
people.
it justice compared to that movie.
yeah. I've seen the movie. Yeah.
It's one of my favorite documentaries. Like it's created the genre.
What if they made a mockumentary of Max Caster like going to meet a fake MJF?
That would be hilarious.
It ends up being some like 300-pound fat bald dude or something.
And they like hug because then they become friends. It's kind of like the movie.
You don't look like your profile picture.
Max Caster Munch. Was it Munchausen where he starts? What's a disease where you like identify with your captor?
Oh God. Oh Jesus.
It's in
I
a
know what you're
Swiss
talking about.
city or something like that.
I can't remember.
I know what you're talking about, but I'm blanking on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's named after a city in Switzerland.
Stockholm syndrome.
Yes,
there it
that's
is.
what it is, Sweden.
Thanks for the assist there, Canada.
Yes, I knew it was a place.
Named after Stockholm, Sweden. Yes, the
Yes.
Stockholm syndrome. Yeah, so this is a totally ridiculous segment. I hate what they're doing here. It's garbage. Let's move on. We got match number 2. We got the boys with Dalton Castle versus the Guns. Now, why, when there's a numbers game already, did Dalton Castle in his ring gear walk them through the entrance and then turn around and leave them?
I was wondering that myself.
Like I don't understand. Like, that doesn't make any sense at all. But anyways, the boys with Dalton Castle versus the Guns. Squish match for the Guns. I mean, what is there really to say here? Canada Dry, what do you think of the squish?
My favorite part of this match is when Dalton Castle comes out and feeds the boys like they're birds.
The peacocks.
Golden Graham, what'd you think?
I'm just glad that they didn't have Bullet Club go to the back and then walk back out again. Because you know they would have done that in other places.
Right. At first, I was like, are the boys going to get put over here by enhancement talent? And then I saw it was still the Guns in the ring. I was like, nope.
That's so weird when they do that, when they have the winners not have an entrance. But that's because they were already
They're
there.
already
Technically
out
had
there,
their
yeah.
entrance, yeah.
Made sense.
And I guess we kind of skipped over the little thing that happened at the end of the first match of MJF trying to steal the title back in a hoodie and then running away. Yeah, that was I'm not a big fan of like the baby face like failing to grab it and then retreating. Like, that seems like more of a
You know
heel
what would have been
shit.
cool if it was the devil showing
Yeah.
up.
Well,
That would have
And
been,
he
that
gets
would have been
off and then
something.
just quickly takes off.
at first, when the crowd reacted, I thought it was going to be the devil. But then when I saw it was just MJF, he grabbed the belt. They snatched it from him and he ran off through the crowd. I don't see what that did much for him. I really don't. But
Yeah, I agree that it didn't need to be there. If he got away with the belt and they
That would've
actually
been
used,
cool.
see, I would have been good if he got away with the belt. Bullet Club comes and steals it during the match.
Yeah.
To get it back.
Oh, sort of like at the end of the at the end of the night, take it back again type deal.
Yeah, so like at least he gets to come to the ring with the championship.
yeah,
That's what I would have done.
that would have definitely made more sense. So that was a squish for the Guns. Backstage with Alexi Nair, we see Mr. Nemeth back there. And he says he wants to replicate his Hollywood success. 'Cause apparently he's very successful in
My
imaginary
question is-
shows.
It was like, there's no way new movie he's wrapping up movies. Like, there's a strike going on. Come on now.
Yeah.
At least make your lives believable.
At least make the kayfabe somewhat believable here, guys.
Yes.
but he's outside CJ Perry's door, which says CJ Perry hot and flexible.
Because she is. That's our
yeah.
gimmick.
He knocks on the door. Miro answers, pulls him inside, beats the shit out of him, and I don't know, kills him or something. I don't know. He pulls him in, shuts the door. It's the last we hear from him. So, what'd you guys think of this, Golden Graham?
I loved it. I told you guys like last week or the week before. I hope this keeps happening. I hope every time someone approaches CJ Perry that Rusev is just there.
Rusev,
sorry. I hope he's
Rusev Day.
See, I had a Freudian slip. I hope he's there to just destroy everyone who tries to get CJ to be their manager.
Hot and flexible, CJ Perry. They need to put out on her entrance screen. When she
That's going to be a shirt. Music. This is all just to sell damn.
They do. It does say hot and flexible when she on her Titantron.
Oh, does it?
Up at the very top, it says it.
I'll have to check that out. I never noticed that.
We're getting hot and flexible t-shirts, though.
Oh, absolutely.
What'd you think, Canada?
I especially love seeing him get his ass kicked. I don't like it at all.
He's got a punchable face, that's for sure.
Oh, total punchable.
Dude,
yeah.
Could that face be any more punchable?
when this first started and he was talking about replicating success from Hunt, I thought he was going to bring his brother in for a minute.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I kind of thought about that too. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a surprise for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I think that is, didn't they kind of introduce this like he had a surprise that he wanted to share with everybody or something?
This is probably totally done for a hinting.
Could be.
People think.
Yeah, he literally said, "I have a big surprise," and it just turns out he wants to be CJ Perry to be his manager. But
now, what if Dolph comes in and feuds with Miro now because of this, and they kind of have a callback,
a rehashing?
Yeah.
You hire Summer Rae back for one night?
Like, this literally just popped in my brain just now. You guys think there's any chance this will happen?
I hope not.
I hope not, too.
No, but I wouldn't mind, honestly, Dolph coming in and Dolph and Nick Zemeth actually going in the tag division. Have Dolph come in to help his brother get over for a little bit, and then he can just go do his comedy thing and retire.
Well, I'm sure he'd happily come to AEW because you're wrestling once, twice a week,
right? Yeah,
yeah.
Like the schedule is awesome.
He might end up there. Who knows? But
yeah, a tag team of the Namath brothers would be really cool.
It would be cool. I would like it. Yeah. Match number 3. Abaddon gets pulled out of nowhere because it's Halloween week. Abaddon versus Hikaru Shida for the AEW Women's Championship. Guys, why is Hikaru Shida wrestling in a dress?
She was cosplaying as... I have it. I have a picture.
It's a character from the Final Fantasy or something?
No, from the Resident Evil.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Really?
Yes.
That's what this is supposed to be? Oh,
yes.
I know. I think they said it sometime during the match as well.
They might have. I probably just didn't pay attention.
But I thought they were talking about Abaddon.
There's pumpkins around the ring. Guys, I'm sorry. I thought this was atrocious. I was not
a fan of Abaddon.
I was not into this match at all. I thought it really sucked. I was not feeling it. I didn't understand the dress thing, and apparently I didn't hear that on commentary. Abaddon, they just plucked her out just because it's Halloween. I just don't like that kind of pandering. It's just lame. It's too predictable. It's lame. Yeah. I didn't like it. Canada, what'd you think?
Abaddon, she's very, very indie.
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
Some people can like get better. I don't think she can get better. I think she's at her maximum best right now. Some people, this is where they are. They're not gonna go past that.
There's got to be people that open the card. There's got to be main eventers. So, Golden Graham, what did you think?
Do you think that she gets re-signed, or is she one of the people that are?
Nah, she's gonna.
No, she's gonna
Once
leave.
her contract is up, I think she's gone.
She's
She
gonna
does
be one
not
of those
fit in this
people
women's
that's,
division.
Yeah, she's one of those people that's just
She,
gonna
she
be
could
quiet
show up
for
in
them.
TNA though with the name recognition. Like that's something they do.
Yeah.
Like she would have fit in the old TNA with like the Rosemary and the Decay and all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just no. Like I'm ready for Sheeta to have like I don't even think she's going to get a story because I think she's losing the title in a couple days anyway. I think she's dropping it to Toni Storm.
Forget the Toni Storm it's a third championship run.
Yeah.
So yeah, obviously Sheeta wins this atrocious match, and Toni Storm comes flailing out like a crazy person and runs around the ring and lays on the announce table with Tony Schiavone looking very, very like uncomfortable.
Yes,
Toni
he
Storm's
did.
ass in his face. And I think she's eating an orange, and Nigel's like, "Oh, aren't you glad she's here?"
My wife was watching with me. She's like, "Why is she in black and white?" It's like that's just her gimmick at the moment. She went batshit crazy. You know.
I just thought I got to pull out my second Nigel McGuinness impression of the day. Liam was not too impressed with my Nigel impression on Magic earlier.
Well,
You should have made Liam do a better one then.
He was like, "Is that what you think he sounds like?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "That's what all you Brits sound like. What are you talking about?"
What's all this then?
No, because I showed him my impression of Nigel from last week. The devil, that's clearly MJF as the devil. Like, he's like, "That's not what he sounds like." I'm like, "Yeah, it is. I'm sorry."
And then, yeah, we have
you know what the
Hey!
problem is? Nigel's been hanging around us Americans for too long and starting to rub off on him.
That's with a strange accent.
Guys, can somebody on God's green earth tell me why the hell they are still hyping Keith Lee and Shane Taylor?
I don't
what is
know.
going on here? This has been going on with video packages for like 10 weeks now. What the hell is going on here? Does anybody care about this enough to do like weeks and weeks and weeks worth of promo videos?
You could have had at least had a match. 3 matches gone by now in this feud.
Like, what are you doing here? What is
Well, they
this?
didn't even do one.
No.
No, they had Keith Lee versus Lee Moriarty.
Yeah.
I mean, they have been hyping this for weeks on end.
And
And
the worst part is they're saying the same thing over and over again.
yeah. I mean,
Like, we know Keith Lee is better than you because he went to the WWE and you stayed in ROH.
like,
Did
guys,
you guys watch Rampage last night?
no.
Yeah, I watched most of it. Yes.
Oh, what a great show that was last night.
Yeah,
I'm
it
gonna
was
have to
pretty
check
good.
it out. Yeah. I'll have to
You had
check
the
it out.
Santana match,
Oh
I did
yeah,
see
I
that.
loved that
Yeah.
match.
Yeah.
and then Takeshita versus
Kyle Fletcher.
Kyle Fletcher. That was a banger.
So my question: Why is Team TNA trying to recruit Ortiz?
I don't know.
Are they?
Because after the Santana Ortiz match, Sanjay came out. Ortiz walked away from him, but Sanjay came out.
Hmm.
Oh, that's TNA, not the.
Yeah, I just call him Team TNA because it's Jeff Jarrett, freaking
Yeah.
Sanjay, and Jay Lethal.
Oh yeah, and he seemed to kind of be more like, "Oh, maybe I'll join. Maybe I'll listen to what you had to say."
What if
So,
Jeff Jarrett just started calling his faction Global Force TNA?
the global force? Just the global force. That'd be
They'll be
great.
team. Just call them Team Slapnuts.
Team Slapnuts. Every time I hear that, I think about the clip of, remember Beetlejuice from the Howard Stern show?
Yeah.
No.
I remember him walking backstage on like Nitro, and you can find this clip, Golden Graham. I'll send it to you. He's walking backstage on Nitro, and he sees Jeff Jarrett. He goes, "Hey, slap nuts!" And Jeff's like, "What'd you call me?" He's like, "I called you slap nuts." And I mean, this is like a little guy, right? A little person. And Jarrett just smashes his head in with a guitar. So that's what I think of every time I hear slap nuts, was that particular scene. But yeah, we'll see Keith Lee versus Shane Taylor sometime in 2025.
No, we'll probably see it at Final Battle in December.
No, I like my answer better. It's going to be All In 2025 on the buy.
This is going to be the match, the end all matches. They just
I hope not. I'm still planning on going to All In next year, so I don't want that match.
No, you're getting that match.
All right, we got match number 4, Samoa Joe versus Rhett Titus, who did not get an introduction. Squish, 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 gentlemen.
And it's a shame because Rhett Titus is really good.
Yeah, he's been around a long time.
Was this
yeah.
hot sauce Rhett Titus?
No, that was
No, that was
a couple
that was
matches
the
ago.
next match.
Which one was that?
That was Claudio and
That's coming up.
Tracy
That's coming up.
Williams.
You remembered the hot sauce, but didn't remember the rest of it.
I was just like, I like hot sauce.
Yeah, if neither one of you have any real thoughts on the Samoa Joe squish, we'll just go ahead and skip over it.
No, that was pretty. It was
Yeah.
pretty quick.
There wasn't really much to it. Got a Claudio promo here, and he is pissed off, gentlemen.
He's mad.
He is coming for Okada. He's coming to Japan to take out Okada, and he's going to take out Orange Cassidy in Louisville, Kentucky. Now, I got to throw out a little caveat here, okay? This is just a local Kentucky thing, all right? In Kentucky, we call the city Louisville, but everybody else outside of Kentucky calls it Louisville. So he's like, in Louisville next week, I'm going to get to you, Orange Cassidy.
So what would you call a Louisville Slugger?
Louisville
Louisville
Slugger.
Slugger? Louisville Slugger?
Everybody in the state of Kentucky pronounces Louisville as Louisville, like Looville. Yeah, so just a little note there if you hear a Kentuckian talk about the show next week. So after the Claudio promo, we got match number 5. We got Ricky Starks versus Dax Harwood. The lights go out before the match starts. The crowd has no response to the light going out, which is really bizarre. Shivani, I guess, recognized that there was like odd silence. It was like, obviously the lights have been turned down here in the arena, like trying to fill up time. Lights come back on. We see the House of Black in the audience.
Yeah, he goes, as you can see, we can see the collision ads.
You
It's
got to
like,
keep the ad revenue going.
Yeah. I thought that was strange.
this was an all right match. It was serviceable. I really like seeing Dax Harwood as a singles wrestler. He's way better than Wheeler, and I would like to eventually see him out on his own. No time soon, but this was a serviceable match. A little bit of interference from Big Bill.
Big
and
Bill.
Big Bill broke up a count, and Starks ends up winning via pile driver after Cash tries to break up the count and either has a miscommunication as a shoot and didn't get there, or the pin was supposed to happen at that time. I'm not sure which, but regardless, Ricky Starks is your winner here. Canada Dry, what do you think of this match?
I enjoyed this match. It was pretty good, but that finish was a bit weird.
Yeah, I don't think that's how it was supposed to finish.
Yeah, because he did that. What's his name?
Cash.
Cash did that. No, Dax.
Dax did the pile driver.
Yeah, Dax did the pile driver.
Yeah,
and kick out. But if Ricky Starks does it,
yeah,
it was weird.
And also this doesn't feel like it's the first time that Cash Wheeler has botched a breakup spot, because literally the match before they dropped the titles in that 8-man tag, Cash was supposed to break up the pin, and he didn't.
Yeah, and Cash looked legit pissed at the referee too. Like, it didn't look kayfabe. Like, it looked like he was really like, "Come on, you were supposed to do your part." Yes, I don't think that's how it was supposed to end. I mean, we could be totally
someone
wrong.
messed up, obviously.
Yeah, it looked like
Miscommunication, most likely.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
but either way, it was still a great match. Like, it started off kind of slow, but towards the end, this match got really good.
Yeah.
Like,
funny FTR has never won a singles match. all their claim,
yeah, and it's weird.
not one singles win.
That is true. Although Dax Harwood has put on some bangers in
Yeah.
singles matches, he never
Oh, no.
wins.
No, wait, Dax beat Cash.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, in the Owen Hart in the
Yes.
first Owen tournament.
They can beat each other. They just can't beat anybody else.
Yeah.
Unless they're together, then they could beat other people. So Starks
It's like,
wins.
we're
by-
really sucky, but together we are awesome.
Together, we're awesome. After the match, the lights go out, come back on. Julia Hart's on stage. She does a little thing with her hands or whatever. And House of Black is in the ring. Of course, they pretend like they're going to attack Starks and Bill before turning around and attacking FTR.
Which can we? Why? FTR are not the tag team champions.
Those are the baby faces, I guess. I don't know. They had that fight last week that they were involved in. I guess maybe it's a personal beef issue as a result of that. Roosh, Drew Listico, and Preston Vance are out, and they help FTR. I find this to be very interesting.
I was very shocked because the promos very much made it out to be like LFI was going to be a heel faction.
Yeah, I thought that too. And plus, too, like with what Vance
Let's not
did.
get all crazy here, Caleb.
Dax versus Jay.
World Champ.
Maybe Dax should win a singles match first.
Yeah, it'd be a hell of a match. I'll give that to you, but storyline sense, it wouldn't make any sense at all at this point, especially since records supposedly matter in AEW, which doesn't always.
Not as much as they used to, since they don't have the rankings no more.
Yeah.
Yeah, they sort of.
I'm kind of surprised though at this faction being babyface as well, especially after Vance turned on the Dark Order like that. Like I didn't think they would make him a babyface anytime soon.
I mean, Vance still doesn't fit with this.
No.
I hate that with them.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense.
They're just digging in their heels with this one. Like, no,
AEW,
with them.
AEW has a working relationship with both AAA and CMLL.
Yeah.
Pull one of those guys from there to complete
absolutely.
this trio.
It would make more sense. It would absolutely make more sense. But moving on here, we see Statlander in the back with Lexi Nair. She wants to talk to Willow and Sky Blue. And
I had a nice case of deja vu from Rampage.
Yes.
Well, anyways, Willow is basically, hey, Julia Hart misted us in the face. I seem to have recovered from it, but you still got the shit all over your eyes, Sky Blue, and you're acting like a bitch. It was kind of the gist of it. And Sky Blue was like, well, if I have something to say to Julia Hart, I'll say it to her face, and walks away. And the way the announcers acted so incredulous by that was kind of a little over the top and ridiculous. Like, she did not just do that. Like, she just did some crazy shit on live.
Well, the comment was more like, if there's something to be said between me and Julia Hart.
Yeah.
Between us. So it's kind of like she's on her team kind of thing.
Ooh. Golden Graham, what'd you think?
I don't know. We'll see. Interested to see where it goes. I really thought for a while we were going to get like a new heel trio of Sky Blue, Willow, and Julia Hart, but like you said, it looks like Willow has
she's kicked out,
which is probably good because she's definitely better as a baby face than a heel.
Yeah, at this point,
shower and
at this point in her career, she needs to be a face.
See, Sky Blue has yet to bathe since the incident. So
Sky Blue is not as hot as she used to be since she's not bathing anymore.
She has not bathed in
and not smiling
a couple of months, and
that's hurting her.
Yeah. So, anyways, moving on, we got match number 6: Claudio versus Hot Sauce Tracy Williams. and who obviously had no introduction, got squished and hit with about 10,000 European uppercuts.
Now,
Kanye-
didn't one of those clotheslines that he got hit with, didn't it look like he landed a little shady? Like, I was thinking he might have been hurt.
he did the Rainmaker
Twice.
as a little dig at Okada.
But the first,
yeah.
I think the first one, it looked like he landed on his head.
Yeah, he took the bump a little awkward. I kind of wanted to see him do a orange punch too.
I thought he was going to. I thought he's going to do the Rainmaker and then he's going to do the Orange Punch. But
I
he
think
just
the
didn't.
referee was outside checking on him. And Claudio goes, "Get back in here.
Get back in here, chump."
Don't worry about this hot sauce fellow."
So why is there a skinny white guy with a beard named Hot Sauce? Like, what? I got to know the story behind this.
I don't know. I think it originates from ROH, but I don't know the story behind it.
Yeah. Canada Dry, do you have any knowledge of the background of Hot Sauce? I'm assuming no, because you
I
thought
do
Hot
not
Sauce
know
was red
nothing
ties.
about hot sauce. But I like, was he friends with Cheeseburger?
Yes, I think so.
Were they together? I mean, not together as like an item.
Hot Sauce was on the cheeseburger.
I'm not sure.
They had a thing going.
Gentlemen, speaking of hot sauce, what is your favorite hot sauce? Do you have a favorite hot sauce?
I'll go
Don't have one.
sriracha.
Okay. I like the Tapatio. You know, the guy with the big sombrero.
Tapatio or whatever.
Yeah. That one's my favorite. I like that. But that's
Oh,
the
you know
one
what I
you
hate
see-
is Tabasco sauce. That stuff's nasty.
Yeah. Well, the kind that I like is the kind that you actually see in the authentic Mexican restaurants on every
Yeah.
table. That's what I like. And I keep a bottle of that actually at my office at work. So if I get something I want to add some hot sauce,
You
some
put
hot
that shit
sauce
on
there.
everything, huh?
that
That
shit on
Frank
everything,
brand
yeah.
hot sauce. Hey, if you're a hot sauce company, you wanna be one of the sponsors on the show, which is a good time to bring up our sponsors.
Yeah.
Let's just shoot them all out here right now.
Yeah.
If you would like to be a professional wrestler, head on over to Largo, Florida, or the website. You don't have to go right there. You can go to fighttheworldwrestling.com, and for $250, you can train to be a professional wrestler with Natalia Markova and Brian Idol. What can I say? They are awesome, and they've been doing this for a long time.
Go there. Very reasonable price, $250. Learn from the best. FTW Wrestling.
And our other sponsor, what can we say about the Kill City Cup? We've had them on the show numerous times. We've had some of the people in the Kill City Cup on the show numerous times on different shows. Let's just play the clip.
Welcome to the Kill City Cup. I got the world by the ball.
All right, moving along. Now, of course, you can go to killcitycup.com. You can look in the description if you're not watching live. It's right there in the description.
Oh, yeah, gentlemen. So getting back to Collision here, we see Samoa Joe backstage telling MJF, "Hey, I'll be friends with you. Give me a shot."
You know what that reminds me of?
What's that?
Shawshank Redemption. I can be a friend to you.
I can be your friend. Yeah, so he's basically saying, I'll be friends with you. I'll help you out with Bullet Club Gold. All you gotta do is give me a shot at that title. MJF says nothing in response, and that's the end of the promo. So All right. We'll go ahead and move on to the crux of the show right here. The main event. Match number 7. Kenny Omega versus MJF for the AEW World Championship. Guys, they carted Jim Ross out to ring. You know it's going to be a hell of a match when good old JR comes out 30 minutes before the show. Well, that's
Now you
Superman.
just had me thinking Superman's flying down to the ring.
Not quite the Oklahoma fight song. But
Wait, that's Star Wars.
I love the fact that this match had such a big fight feel to it.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, they had the full introductions. It had the in-ring entrances. The introductions while they're standing in the ring with the lights dimmed. I like the little extra touches that they do like this. And, you know, I'll just go ahead and go first here. I said last week on this program that I thought the best singles match on Collision of all time was Danielson and Andrade El Idolo. And I thought that was true until this match.
Yeah.
This match, by far, the best singles match that has ever been on Collision. I mean, by a mile.
Yeah.
This was a 30-minute classic. And I just want to say up front, MJF was always just known as a promo guy up until, like, I think 2023. And he packed on a bunch of muscle. And his in-ring work has gotten phenomenal. This guy is legitimately one of the best in-ring wrestlers in the world now. He looks amazing. He's added to his arsenal. He did a backflip out of the ring, for God's sake. His time.
It's like he took the best of all of the pillars and just made everything his own.
Yeah.
Right?
Like the timing, the selling, the moves, the psychology. I loved him mocking Omega's mannerisms by doing a jerk off motion. I thought that was great.
What about sportsmanship?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How
we'll
are
get
they
there.
going to keep falling for this? He does that every time. He's like sportsmanship and he's like pokes him in the eye.
Yeah. But my God, what a great match. This might be the best MJF match I can ever recall seeing. I don't know.
It's a
Yes,
tough
and
call.
Brian Danielson, yeah.
It's
And-
got to be up there.
Dude, him and Danielson, his match with Darby at Full Gear was amazing.
Yeah.
In like 2021, I think.
Yeah.
2020,
remember that.
I think the Jungle Boy one was really good too.
The Jungle Boy match was really good. Yes.
He is just on a whole nother level. And at his youth, at his age,
He's what,
my
24,
God.
25?
I mean, this guy is, I think this guy, he kind of reminds me now of like this generation's like Ric Flair. The way he's just so
Yeah, I was-
over on
Yeah.
the
That's
mic.
so much better in the ring than Flair probably is.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's better than
But
Flair.
that's what I mean. He's like a modern Ric Flair. Like he's got the style and the swagger and the mic skills,
You could
but with
like
a modern in-ring style.
I think I take this. I'd say he's got the swagger of Ric Flair, but probably the work ethic of like a Danielson. Honestly,
Yeah. But this was absolutely amazing. We can get to kind of what happened, you know, towards the end with Callis coming out with a screwdriver. Kind of pointless, didn't really do anything. The referee ended up kicking him out. MJF ends up winning this fantastic match. We see Samoa Joe, Wardlow, Hobbs, and Bullet Club Gold all watching separate monitors. Tony Khan has invested a lot of money in monitors, guys, backstage. 'Cause there's like 10
Bret
different
Hart
videos.
only had the one.
Yeah, and Bret Hart had to look at it from a sideways angle because there was some
Yeah.
issue with the glare on the screen.
Yeah.
And a handshake to end the match. Brilliant, fantastic match. Canada Dry, I will start with you. What did you think of the main event?
Incredible. Like this is another pay-per-view quality match that we're getting for free on a Saturday night. Absolutely. Like, I guess one of my favorite parts is the power bomb
Oh yeah, was
into the
brutal.
table. The heat seekers were really good too. 2 heat seekers.
yeah,
But Kenny Omega. We talk about good. uh, uh, MJF is. But if you're a 7 in a match, he'll make you a 10.
Yes, absolutely.
So like he's making MJF look like $1 million. Let's not just look like all credit to MJF, but Kenny Omega is making him look better.
Kenny Omega is that last little bit of polish that you need.
Yes, he's the icing on your MJF cake.
Yeah.
I think MJF is the best world champion right now in the world.
Yeah, by far.
I think so too. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I think he's better than Reigns, obviously.
Because Reigns doesn't defend it.
And I don't think
Rollins.
the IWGP champion is really that impressive.
If Cody becomes world champion, you might have.
Yeah.
I
But
think
even
that
then, I think, honestly, Cody would have a lot of work to do to catch the MJF as being the best world champion.
yeah. Absolutely. MJF, I would agree with that. He's the best world champion. Yeah, absolutely. Golden Graham, what do you think of the match?
I loved this match. And I am shocked because when I saw that this match was starting with a half hour, I was like, there is no way we are getting a decisive winner. But we got a decisive winner. I was floored, but I loved it. I loved every minute of this. I was telling Canada Drive before we came off the air, I would not mind one bit if we got the tradition of if someone is about to surpass someone as the longest reigning champion, that the current longest champion should be the last person that they fight for any title. I think that would be an awesome tradition for AEW to have because it'll be a very easy way.
It'll rarely happen though. So.
Right. It rarely happens, but it's a very easy way to get someone out of a title picture for 6, 7, 8, 9 months. And then you already have an inbuilt reason to bring them back into the story.
Yeah.
Very true. Very true.
What did we get the cleaner tonight, or is this not quite the cleaner?
That's not quite the cleaner. I think this was Best Bout Machine Kenny Omega that we got.
Well,
Yeah.
this was apparently the character on Netflix that he is.
Yeah, like him and
no.
Cody
That's the
are
outfit
like
that he's wearing on Netflix.
See,
apparently him and Cody are on some new anime on Netflix.
so what I did, the differentiation is Best Bout Machine is a baby face. The cleaner is out and out heel.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you've ever seen the cleaner in New Japan, but it's when he first joined the Bullet Club. He had like the silver streak, and he was just the biggest dick. He just destroyed.
So the cleaner can't be a face?
No, the cleaner is usually the heel, and the
Yeah.
Best Bout Machine is the face.
Which is better than the best gout machine when you eat
Yes.
too much liver.
Very true.
I was once at a church meeting where a guy had gout, and the pastor comes along and he goes, "Shout out the gout!"
Did it work?
It actually did. The guy was cured of his gout. But everyone was at the church. Everyone once in a while, so I'm like, "Shout out the gout!"
Shout out the gout. Would it be funny if like his foot just started shaking and all of a sudden just some kind of like green fog came up out of the foot and just like wandered up through the air vent and all of a sudden he could walk fine?
That's how someone will be healed in the Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
There'll be a mist that came out of people.
All right, guys. You know what we gotta do now at this point, right? We gotta do match of the night, segment of the night. There were no damn segments, so I don't know how we're gonna do that. But and then our overall bell rating, and I will assign effing Golden Graham to go first.
So if
I don't
we don't
know.
got a segment, we can pass it. What do we do? Just pass the segments tonight?
Oh no,
Let's
I was
just
gonna say my
pass this
segment of the night is Miro beating up Nick Nemeth. So
Yeah.
You
That'd probably be
took
mine too. Yeah.
I mean, and guys, like honestly, match of the night. There's nothing holds a candle to this main event.
How
Nothing.
about we do this? Let's. I'm gonna call an executive order here and an audible. We're gonna do match of the night and number 2 match of the night. How about that?
Okay.
Because we don't have segments.
Okay. So
And,
Because we're all
how
gonna
about,
pick.
how about that? How about this? We'll add something to it, and just something that you liked on the show. It doesn't have to be a segment; just something you liked.
Yeah, because like, we're all gonna have the same match of the night. Spoiler
Yes.
alert. So I kind of think we should choose like a secondary either match or segment or something.
Yeah,
But-
we'll do first match, second match, and something you liked on the show.
So Joe
Okay.
Graham, we know the main event's your match of the night. What is your number 2 moment?
number 2, my number 2 will be the match will be Dax and Ricky. I really like that match. And
Alright.
And
I don't know. I laugh at the Acclaimed and Daddy Ass and their stuff, so I enjoy it. And it's dumb, but it's still funny. I laugh at it.
I know
It
you're
just-
a fan of that. Yeah. Yeah.
scissor me, daddy.
And I don't know what to rate this show. I feel like I got to give it at least like 3.75 just for the main event alone.
That main event alone carried the show.
Like I could like the main event alone, I could give it a 4 and I wouldn't feel bad. But the rest of the show doesn't warrant a 4.
Yeah.
So I think I want to do 3.75
Yeah, that's
just
good.
on the strength of the main event alone.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and go next. Match of the night, obviously, is the main event. We all know that. My second favorite thing of the night was the AR Fox Jay White match. I thought that was a very, very good match. And for the overall bell rating,
Well, but what's something you just liked on the show?
well, that was my other thing. That
Yeah,
I
so
He only has
so
2
we
things.
just-
He
two
doesn't have a
matches,
third.
and that's
like me.
something you liked. not
Miro beating up Nemeth.
There you go.
So yeah, and the overall bell rating here, I'm with Golden Graham in the sense of that, absent the main event, I really was not digging the show that much up until that point. And I was like, if they put on Omega and MJF and just have like a F finish here, like I'm gonna be so pissed off and I'm gonna give this show a terrible rating. But this main event absolutely saved it. It saved its ass. Like honestly, I probably would have given this a 2.5 otherwise, but the main event is bumping it up and I'm gonna make it 3.5 bills. Canada Dry, what about you?
All right. My favorite match of the night is obviously the main event. My second favorite match is going to be the one with the hot sauce guy, just because I like him.
Hot sauce
He got
Tracy
stumped on
Williams
his head
Hot
really
Sauce
bad.
Tracy Williams
and
Hot sauce
Claudio.
Tracy Williams.
and Bell
I
Man,
can't
Rams.
believe
uh,
you're right. Wait, hold on. This is a first in the history of this podcast or DAD. I've never heard Canada Dry recognize Claudio in anything.
No, I'm not about hot sauce in this.
He just likes
No,
hot
no, you
sauce.
can't do that. No, sir.
I'm about hot sauce taking the bump.
He's just a fan of the hot sauce, damn it. He wants more
Uh,
hot sauce.
And my other favorite thing in this show is Dalton Castle feeding his boys some bird soup.
That was good.
And I'm going to give this just because I can. I'm going to give this episode of Collision. I'm going to give it 3.8 just to be the highest.
All right.
So our average is 3.683.
All right.
That's respectable, and I think that's fair to say what the show really was.
Now, do you guys agree with me that if the main event had been just some schmoz finish, it would have completely wrecked and tanked the show?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, because
You know
it's
what?
about how you do the schmoz.
No, because you know what? You know what would have really like if they could have done a schmoz finish that I would have liked to seen. You have MJF and Kenny in the ring. Out comes Bullet Club Gold. Out come the Bucks, and that's our 8-man tag for next Wednesday. I really think we're still going to get that because I called that on DAD this week. I still think we're going to get MJF and the Elite versus Bullet Club Gold.
Now, if you had a non-finish, like
Yeah.
WWE used and WCW used to do, then it would hurt the show. Like you have this big
Yes.
main event, and there's like, wait, who won? And they don't even tell you.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
like how
WCW
every,
used to do that all the time.
Yeah, I was gonna say every main event of WCW Nitro was like, Lex Luger against Randy Savage, and then like, Hogan and the rest of the NWO would hit the ring, beat the shit out of Lex Luger, and then all of a sudden at the end of the show,
Here comes
Sting would come down from the rafters in a baseball.
Yeah,
bat,
the match didn't even matter. It was
and
just
he would
back.
step in the ring, and he would one shot knock out Buff Bagwell and Vincent and all those guys, and Scott Norton would go flying over the ropes in fear of Sting, pretending he's not twice the size of him.
And then Hogan running up the ramp. No.
Yeah, Hogan begging off at the top of the ramp with his spray tan like running along with his sweat down his body. Yeah, that's how Nitro ended just about weekly back in like 1997.
And that was every undercard Raw match.
Well, WWE
Yeah.
is famous for those endings too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dude, like, so we're gonna I know we're at like an hour and a minute, but let me go on a little side quest here real quick. I don't understand when people sit here and say, I want the Attitude Era of wrestling back. I'm sorry. It's like if you take off your little rose-colored glasses and legitimately look at the wrestling product that WWE put out in the 90s,
Oh, it was horrible.
it was god-awful, with the exception of like your pay-per-view main events.
Yeah. Those Austin matches always had a big fight feel to me. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
like-
love the Austin matches and the Rock matches.
I
Yeah.
made the joke, like every undercard match on Raw either ended in disqualification or a run-in, bar none.
That was Russo booking. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was like how Russo liked to book matches on Raw. Yeah.
It was annoying. Okay, I'm done. We're back on track. Sorry.
All right.
Gentlemen, I think that that's a wrap on Collision After Dark. Canada F and Dry, do you want to do the honors of seeing us out?
All right. On behalf of the effing expert, Mr. Isaacs, on behalf of the effing Golden Graham, on behalf of me, Canada F and Dry. So sometimes in life, you get smucked in the head and you are down for the count, but and it's okay to be down. It is. Like we don't want to, pity to poo-poo your pain. But it's that you don't stay there. It's okay that you're there, but now it's time to get up. And sometimes it feels like you're stuck. But you have to reach out to your friends. You have to reach out to whoever you can. You reach out to God, to your higher power, and He will give you the strength to just keep fighting. And I wasn't even ready for that, so I'm looking for the outro.
This has been an effing worldwide media production. You can find us on all social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and others. Head over to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/effing wrestling. And while you're there, click like and subscribe. Want some swag? Head to our store at prowrestlingtees.com/effing wrestling. You can find all these links and much more at our awesome website, effingwrestling.com. As the JFB always says, you can book it.
Real quick, what's better, gerbils or hamsters?
Hamster.
Gerbils.
What'd you say?
Gerbils.
Hamster.
It's a tie. It's a tie.